Hey, good morning, y'all. So this morning, picking back up on personality disorders, we're going to look at histrionic personality disorder. Histrionic personality disorder is characterized by constant attention-seeking, emotional overreaction, and seductive behaviors. People with this condition tend to over-dramatize situations, which may impair relationships and lead to depression. Yet they are highly suggestible, easily susceptible to the influence of others. So being a director of nurses in a more of a psych type setting, I got to witness this personality disorder up close. They're constantly, I feel like they are constantly reminiscing and just constantly talking about their self, and everything's about them and about they're the victim, and just things like that. So they their personality reflects deeply ingrained patterns of behavior and the manner in which individuals perceive, relate, and think about themselves and their world. They're often conspicuous. Features of personality are not necessarily pathological, although certain styles of personality may cause interpersonal problems. They are rigid, inflexible, maladaptive patterns of thinking and behaving, leading to impairment in function and insignificant internal distress. Most personality disorders on this level have an onset in their adolescence or early adulthood. So they exhibit excessive emotionally, a tendency to regard things in an emotional manner, and are attention seekers. They're usually uncomfortable and feel unappreciative when they are not the center of attention. So they are the lady that was in my facility she was constantly causing drama, constantly trying to stir up strife, and she could ramble forever. But the perception that she gave was not an accurate perception of what actually took place or what was going on. Their interest of conversation will be self-focused. They use their physical appearance to draw attention to themselves, a lot of times dressing seductively. They tend to believe that relationships are more intimate than they actually are. So in their mind, they may find, they stir up, she had somebody that she thought liked her, but the person didn't want anything to do with her, but the fantasy or vain imaginations in her mind was more than what was truly there. Their emotional expression may be shallowed and rapidly shifting. Their style of speech is excessively impressionistic and lacking in detail. It's kind of iffy. They may dwell with jobs that value or require imagination and creativity, but will probably have difficulty with tasks that demand logical or analytical thinking. So their symptoms, I kind of just gave you the symptoms. Opinions are easily influenced by other people, but difficulty to back up with details. So it's more like they live in their own personal fantasy world, and it's what's made up in their mind that is the truth, and they'll fight for it. They'll fight to make sure that you understand. I would say these are people that are that one-up you. If you've got something, if you've climbed half of Mount Everest, they've climbed to the top and put the flag up. They can always one-up you, whatever it is. They're constantly seeking reassurance or approval, and usually the focus is always pretty much on them. They have to be the center of attention. They say that the cause of histrionic personality disorder is unknown, but childhood events and genetics may both be involved. So it usually occurs more frequently in women than men, because of attention seeking and sexual forwardness are less socially acceptable for women than for men. People with this disorder are usually able to function at a high level and can do well in social and occupational environments, but they may seek treatment for depression when their romantic relationships end. They often fail to see their own situation realistically, instead tending to over-dramatize and exaggerate. Instead of taking responsibility for failures or disappointments, those with the disorder typically cast blame onto others because they tend to crave novelty and excitement. So they're drama seekers. They may place themselves in risky situations. Their behavior may lead to greater risk of developing depression. So a lot of times they relate this disorder along the lines with narcissism. They kind of compare the two of them together. And I think that this is the cluster B group for these issues. So some of the things that treatment is talk therapy, mostly along with boundaries. It's hard for therapists, when if you're a therapist, and I've done some life coaching, if you're a therapist and you first meet people, you have nothing but to believe everything they say. But as you get to know them, you start to pick up cycles and understandings of the lies or the imaginations, vain imaginations, or just behaviors that seem to be inconsistent. It takes time to figure it out, but sometimes you could pick up on this trait pretty quickly. Exaggerated women who like to create drama, and it's all about them. They're the victim, and they all often over exaggerate experience more than what it is. Treatment is talk therapy. Some of these, and what I've been recognizing here lately is a lot of these personality disorders is what it is. It's a personality disorder. And we are in this world today, we're trying to medicate these. And you can't change a personality. That's who the individual is. But with this personality, they may seem unempathetic, but they really suffer from little self-awareness and low emotional intelligence. They're in the cluster B. We have to look at them because they have higher risks for suicidal thoughts. And like I said, a lot of these, sometimes it's hard to just pinpoint that one because they have traits of other ones. And like a lot of self-absorption. And then when they're not getting the actual, the attention that they desire, they will create drama. And with this one also, I do see a lot of retaliation, a lot of revenge, a lot of seeking, if somebody doesn't comply to their will, seeking retaliation and revenge. So I hope that this helps somebody today while we're studying these personality disorders. Also, you can look into histrionic personality disorder and make sure you're studying them. There's a lot of people out there with this. These people seek attention and approval through dramatic behavior, so always stirring up drama. But like I said, that also carries along with probably anxiety, depression, and other things. So I hope you all have a blessed day, and this is Histrionic. Bye.